My name is Paul Ditchfield, and tonight, along with Janie du Plessis, I'm going to coax you through some great entertainment, including a chat with chat show host John Berks of 702.
Goeienaand en welkom by ons derde aanbieding van Revue Plus en 'n spesiale welkom aan ons eerste gas John Berks. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi, John. Hi, Paul. Nice to be with you. Thank you.
Just before we chat to John, let's watch him in action in the morning at 702.
And now on 702, it's the John Berks Show with talk, news, music and prizes. John Berks, outspoken and controversial, that's entertainment.
It's the zodiac sign Libra that we're discussing with our astrologer, Sharon Eisinger. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, John.
Welcome back as we join hands and go stargazing. The zodiac sign Libra. I mentioned it to a friend of mine from Clarksdorp, and he said, no, don't worry about it. My wife will be very interested as she's a librarian.
Yes, we're gazing at stars with Sharon Eisinger this morning.
Right,
And you're
Sharon.
gazing with us. And what star are you gazing at?
I'm at Libra and my husband's a Pisces.
Pisces. So your husband's a fish.
That's right, yeah.
He's a fish.
Yeah.
Does he enjoy water?
Very
I mean, does he
much.
swim a lot and he's
No,
keen
I
on going down the coast?
He doesn't really swim a lot, but he loves fishing and that.
Yeah. Is that, no, seriously, is that true of the Pisces?
Absolutely.
Again, I see a fish, so a fish, because he should be near the water. He enjoys swimming. He
fishes.
goes fishing.
Yeah.
He fishes. He's a fisher, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he a good-looking guy? He looks
yes.
like a cop, huh?
Yes, very
Yeah.
much.
Great. Okay, Charmaine, please go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, and today we're talking about desire, sexual desire. Again,
Right.
It was so popular last week, we figured we'd continue with the subject today.
What is the average amount of times a week that a person makes love generally? From your experience, what?
Okay,
Are
this-
my
it
expectations
really-
unreasonable?
Are you questioning Dr. Paul on this
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Okay, would you like to comment on this?
No.
Okay.
No, because it's...
Okay. A lot of people ask this.
Reason I ask, it's a good question, but the reason I
Absolutely.
ask this is because it becomes a kind of different strokes for different folks.
You know, Joe, I want to tell you, you probably know a lot more about sex therapy than
Thank you, Doc.
a lot of people.
John, thank you. You enjoy yourself, don't you?
I do.
You really enjoy yourself.
I really
Now,
do.
on there they had the elephant trumpet. Now, does this mean you have a fantastic memory or what?
I'm a rogue.
Is that why they put the trumpet in
I
there?
don't know why they put the trumpet there, you know, some kind of sound
Is that the
effect.
first time you've ever done TV? I mean, been on TV?
That particular clip?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What about your
Does it
research?
show?
No, it doesn't show. You look wonderful. The research for your program, it's always very, very interesting. How do you get the research for
We have a research team, Ilana Surratt and my producer Nikki Carter and Ann Matthews, and we have meetings twice a week and
So
and
do you have a
debates, you know,
script?
what's coming up and who we'll be talking to and why we should be talking with them.
So do you have a script or is everything...
Oh, no. No.
No script.
Could that ever be scripted?
No, never.
That's off the cuff. Yeah.
This couldn't be scripted either. Now, what about this love-hate relationship you have with your listeners? I mean, sometimes you get really cross with them. Sometimes you
They
show
get
them you
cross
love
with
them.
them.
But now, what?
Yeah.
How do you handle animosity? Do you get it in the street? I mean, I know you're pretty used to it from some people.
I've got to believe in my old age that you can never win them all. You can never satisfy them all. You win some, you lose some. I've won a few in my day, and I've lost a heck of a lot. but it used to worry me. You know, I used to get dreadful calls in the wee small hours of the morning at home, and dreaded letters, poison-penned letters of people you know who hated me, and they still do. But you can never win them all. You can never satisfy all the people all the time.
John, it's so important to get a talkative guest. And after so many broadcasts, it must be difficult to get guests. How do you decide who you're going to use?
Well, we never decide on the guest because the guest would be what we may term as the ideal guest. And this is the chance we take, you know. You may have an author on the show who may be a good writer, but by no means a good talker or a good guest on the talk show, or a scientist or an educationist or whoever. So you hope that they'll be able to impart their knowledge on the air, you know. But very often it doesn't work that way, and then it becomes difficult because you've got to stretch and you've got to, what are the terms we use in the business? You know, you really got to milk and pan and do all the other things. So you hope that the guest will be entertaining and communicate well and talk well. Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time.
Generally, you pick people who are experts in their field. But obviously, you have an opinion too, as do the listeners. Now, what happens there? Dr. Paul was just about to give you the opportunity of answering.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that?
Am I allowed to? I didn't quite get that.
No, he was going to say, look, you answer this question.
Yeah.
Are you at liberty to say, yes, well, sex 17 times a day is the right thing to do, so you all go back now and you do it?
Sexually speaking, I am. Because they know I know what the hell I'm talking about. But on any other matters, no.
But what would Dr. Paul have done if you'd have said, no, this is definitely it, and he would have said, no, it isn't? What would happen?
Yeah, I could argue with him.
You can?
You know. Oh, yes.
But then you argue just from a personal point of view.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's my own opinion, my personal opinion.
Talking about opinions, what's your opinion of how much money radio jocks who are successful like yourself, what is your opinion on the large amount of monies you receive? And is it that much?
Yeah, I know, you know, there's been so much talk as to who earns what and who in the business in the world of radio. I'm not too sure if I believe it all. Do you believe everything that you read in newspapers?
No, I don't, but I was just wondering whether you could shed some more light on it, because obviously at the end of the day, nobody actually finishes up with all that money in their pocket.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
John, you took off 2 years, but then eventually you only took off 1 year. Why did that happen?
I missed the radio very much. I missed 702, and I missed all the people I worked with. And they kind of indicated that it would be nice for me to be back. Yeah.
Right.
Mm. So I cut it short, as you say, by a year.
And it's nice to be back.
It's lovely to be back. Hope the audience are happy that I'm back.
Yeah,
for me, it's
sure.
lovely to be
All
back.
you hear is John Berks on the radio.
Could I get back to the money story again?
Yes, please.
You know, I think that it's time that radio people and television people earn fair salaries. You know, you've been in the business for a long time, as I have.
I have.
And as you go back in time, we were always paid a pittance. We were always demanded to give so much, and yet...
You're making me cry, John.
Yeah, and yet receive so little. And I think it's time, you know.
It's the whole entertainment industry. It's
absolutely.
Oh, but for instance, what sort of a car do you drive?
I drive...
Go on, this will be funny. You'll enjoy this out there.
I have a little sports car. A little Alfa Romeo Spider.
It's an Alfa.
But it's a 72. It's not an 89 or whatever.
What car is it?
The Spider. An Alfa Spider, the convertible, yeah.
We're not fishing for donations, but mine's a 72 Mazda 323.
John, what do you do in your spare time?
I play a lot of squash. Funny, I was playing squash with Derek Watts
You just
of
told
Mnet
us.
fame this afternoon.
And I believe you won.
No, I did not. No, he whipped me. He whipped me.
You play a lot of squash. Is that the only sport you do?
I play a lot of squash and I read. I have some hobbies. I collect strange things. But I love pets. I'm a little farm boy from the Western Transvaal originally.
Don't kid me.
So I have 2 little marmoset monkeys, and I have parrots, and I have all kinds of strange little animals running around. I'm an animal lover.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. No. If you had the opportunity of broadcasting from home, would you do it?
Yes, I would indeed. Do you remember, what was that old radio program, Tea with Mr. Green? And
yes, of course
here
I
am talking to you from under the old peach tree with the birds twittering away.
That's right.
Lovely days. Yeah, I'd love to do that kind of thing with the monkeys chirping away and the birds and whatever, and the dogs barking.
John,
listen, sorry.
Go. How did you get into radio?
Yes.
Oh, many years ago. I was always keen on radio, ever since I was 2 bricks in the Tiggy High as a little schoolboy in Clarkstorp. I was never an academic, but always keen on radio. And truly it was, and God bless him because I love him dearly, Charles Fortune, as a little boy, I was always keen on cricket. And I used to listen to all the
give us a bit of Charles Fortune.
Oh, how I enjoyed Charles doing those cricket commentaries. And I miss him so. I do wish, Charles, if you're watching, you'd get back and do it some more. I love him. He's a dear man. And it was through the likes of the Charles Fortunes of the world and John Arlott of the BBC and Rex Austin. I thought, that's what I'd love to do. Theatre of the mind, paint all those wonderful pictures.
Well, you do paint these pictures, and you're unbelievably successful, and everybody loves you. And you've had too many early mornings. So why don't you and I have a late night? Thanks for being with us, John.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul.
John, baie dankie dat jy by ons gekuier het. En hopelik sal die res van die land ook eendag die geleentheid kry om na sy program te luister.
Thanks, John.